Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you yet again with another weekly episode, and per usual, got some stuff to show you. Of course, wasn't a great week for hunting. I worked a lot this week and yada yada yada. But it was my birthday week this week. May 22nd was my birthday, so that was pretty cool, and I got two Diecast related birthday gifts. One is this t-shirt right here. From my sister-in-law, Sarah. Thank you very much for that. And then I also got this super treasure hunt Camaro from my great buddy Crazy Todd at Crazy Todd Diecast on Instagram. Local buddy of mine. Of course, I mention him like all the time on this channel. So really cool to get this one. Check this one off the list. This is one of the supers from this year I did want. So not a huge fan of the newer Camaros, but I do like this casting out of a lot of the newer Camaros. I think this one's really cool, and it's just cool to get that super. So very awesome. I did pick up a couple of mainline cars in the store at a Target. I was first to a case, or no, I wasn't actually. Now I'm confusing things. All right, sorry. So I got this one actually from Walmart. I was first to a case at Walmart, and a J case. Got the combi out of it. There was no super in the case, but I got that combi as a nice little extra. And then I believe I picked these up at Target. Yeah, I think I picked all 5 of these up at Target. Just going to show them to you real quick. I was not first to whatever case it was. I think it was another J case. It was a J case with Red Editions. There were plenty of that flash drive left behind. And there was one of these left behind. So I did pick up that. This is Borla 2015 Ford Mustang GT Target Red Edition. So we'll just quickly, I guess we'll buzz these by the camera in the second half. We'll just open those, as well as we're going to open up the super, of course, and compare it to the regular guy and all that good stuff like we normally do. So since I was pretty light on getting anything, I decided to purchase some of the stuff that was in my buddy Chuck's collection. Oh, sorry. Forgot about these 2 cars. Went to Toys R Us, which is mostly cleared out. They're not getting any new Greenlight, but there was 2 Greenlight left on the pegs, 40% off, so I figured I'd just pick them up. So this 63 Dodge D100 is actually really cool, this Black Bandit, so I'm excited to set that one free. And then I just had to pick up this Hot Pursuit Series 23 Chevy Impala. I don't have that Impala casting from Greenlight in my collection, so I decided, what the heck, they were like $3.50 or something, so I just picked both of these up, and I think that was the only 2 Greenlight that were left there. So I picked up those 2, and then I have a ton of stuff from my late buddy Chuck's. You guys all maybe know the story, maybe you don't, but anyway, I'm liquidating a collection for somebody that has passed away, that was my friend, or is my friend, and helping out his wife and selling this collection. And some of the stuff I set aside for me to purchase. I just picked a couple of things out of there to buy this week, just to take a look at. It's a pile of stuff, and I just kind of picked off the top. I got this 68 Shelby GT500. He was a Mustang collector, by the way. This is just a wild limited edition, one of 2,500, so there's not that many of these out there. I thought these had a name. Now I'm drawing a blank as to what these were. There was something that this style of Johnny Lightning was called. It's got weird clear tires and stuff, and we'll open that up and take a close look in the second segment of the video. Grabbed this Johnny Lightning 1969 Chevy Impala SS. Just thought that was cool. It's on one of the small cars, classic gold, but it's got a plastic base, but it does have rubber tires. So grab that out of there. I grabbed this cool action pack. Wanted this guy for this minivan. Definitely had to get the Caravan in there. So, because I'm a van guy. So yeah, so I had to pick that up. For that, we're going to open up this in the second segment of the video and take a look at the contents. Then I also grabbed a couple of other items here. This 1970 Ford Mustang. This is like a Hot Wheels 100% casting. Limited edition, 1 of 15,000. Comes in this oil can thing. I'm going to open this thing up, get rid of all the packaging, and show you the car inside of it in the second segment. Looks really, really nicely detailed and pretty awesome, so I'm kind of excited to take a look at that. And then another, I think this is also a Hot Wheels 100% casting. It's in the California Customs line. This Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. Interesting little casting. It's purple. This looks like it might actually be true 1/64 scale, which I think the Hot Wheels 100%, I think that's what they were going for, was true 1/64. So I got a Kyosho Karmann Ghia we can compare it to. We're also going to compare this 70 Ford Mustang to some other 70 Ford Mustangs from different brands, as well as compare the Karmann Ghia to some stuff from different brands. So I pulled out a couple of other things. Oh yeah, this is one other thing I just grabbed for this video from my buddy Chuck's collection. This 70 Ford Mustang. It was he's had a lot of different 70 Ford Mustangs in M2. I just picked this one out. You know, you guys know I don't buy M2 too much, but I grabbed this one because it was black and it looked pretty mean, so that'll be cool. We'll take that out of the package. And then I got a Johnny Lightning one to compare it to. I've also got a couple others over in the next area where I'll be filming here. Different Mustangs, kind of just to compare it to this Hot Wheels 100% casting. Just kind of interesting to kind of take an in-depth look at that. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's going to be it for this week. We're going to flip the camera around. We'll open up that Super. We'll take a look at some of these things quick, and then we'll do our little comparisons of Mustangs and Karmann Ghias. Weird pairing, but yeah, so I got them all laid out over there, and we're going to take a quick look. So might be a short episode this week. We'll see what happens. Stick around. All right, so let's start by taking a look at this sweet Super treasure hunt. You got the regular one right behind you there. And without further ado, thank you again, Todd, for the birthday gift. Go ahead and open this up. And there she is in that very nice Spectraflame green paint job. Looks fantastic. The regular one looks pretty decent too, I must say. Happy to add another loose Super to the collection. As you can see, differences between these two. There's a tampo on the hood that is not present in the regular version. Of course, the Super's got the rubber tires with tread. And then the other thing is the tampo of the TH symbol right there. Other than that, the tampo is the same, and everything else is pretty much the same. It's just the addition of the top tampo, basically the TH, and your rubber tires, and of course, obviously, the sweet paint. So really cool to add another Super to the collection. Thank you very much, Todd, again, for the birthday present. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so that is pretty awesome. All right, so we'll put that aside for a second. We'll really quickly crack these regular Hot Wheels mainline cars. I know you guys don't get too excited about those. Maybe you do. I don't know. Nobody tells me that they do, and I say that you don't. So Camaro. I really like this casting. I actually didn't know if I actually had picked this one up already or not, but whatever. Now I have another one if I did. 70 Dodge Challenger. I do like this casting. Not a Mopar guy, but I think this casting's cool. I dig it. There's that. The Mazda Ripu. Gosh, I think I might have picked up a Ripu already too and already opened one, but whatever. If I did, I have a second one. I know this is a recolor. Obviously, it came out in black first. And now you get it in white. Really cool little pickup truck. Dig that. So mainline cars, and then your Target Red Edition Mustang. This one we already seen. The Mustang, of course, this casting we've already seen as a Super treasure hunt. I think that was that B cases, or maybe not, I don't remember. But here it is in a Target Red Edition. Pretty cool to see that on the pegs. Definitely gonna want the VW like T2 pickup thing. I think is a Target Red Edition. I want that one. I haven't been able to locate it. Definitely need it though. to add to the Hot Wheels collection. All right, so there's your basic mainline Hot Wheel pickups for the week. Next up, real quick, we're going to go take a look at these Greenlight. Here is the 67 Chevy Impala, Indiana State Police, Indiana, USA. This is in Hot Pursuit Series 23. And there she is. It's pretty cool. Got your little rotating light beacon thingy on top. This should have an opening hood, which that's about as far as you're going to get it. Some detail in there. That's pretty cool. This casting has painted detail in the front. No lens detail. As you will see from time to time from Greenlight, lensed headlights. This one does not have the lens headlights. And then it has painted taillights as well. And it is a nice, pretty metallic color in the taillights, though. So that's kind of nice. They're not just a enamel red. And this up top here actually feels like it's on there pretty solid. I wonder if that goes all the way through the roof. I think it maybe does. It's actually centered really well too, so that's good. Decent little roller. Greenlight's always got that sound when it rolls. It feels like a Greenlight. Of course, metal body, metal base, as you see in pretty much all Greenlights in Hot Pursuit series. So there is that Impala. Nice to add that tooling to my collection. I'm slowly kind of adding toolings of Greenlight that I don't have in the collection just to kind of have an example of them. So this one I also didn't have. This is a 63 Dodge D100. It's not something I'm really after to add a bunch of toolings from Greenlight in my collection, but it's just kind of nice to have. I don't know, it's kind of a neat way of collecting Greenlight, I guess, is to kind of get an example. And if I can get the examples in Black Bandit, I may do that over almost anything else. I like the Black Bandit stuff, I really do. Especially this one is really nice. I mean, it just says Dodge in the back. So that is cool. I don't see any of that lame. Sometimes I'll put that Black Bandit logo on the car, and I don't like that. But I do like the way this one was done. There is none of that going on. The hood opens well, shuts well. This one you've also got painted detail on the front, painted detail on the rear. Really nice wheels and tires on this one. Even blacked out the bumpers. So I like this. I really like this. That's the sweet pickup for $3.50 for sure. So it's got a flat black top, which is pretty awesome. Gloss black otherwise. And that's a nice little truck. So a really good example of that. Just a really cool, mean looking truck. So I dig it. I dig it. All right, so there's your Greenlight. And next, just real quick, we're going to go through. Oh, I got this. We'll open this up really quick. I don't know if I'm not going to undo all these little tie things right now, and it's basically just a mainline car that we're looking at. But these are Hot Wheels action packs. When did these come out? These came out, this is 1998 copyright date. And as you can see, here's some other ones that came out. Apollo Mission. I think I have the Sojourner one. I've got this one hanging out somewhere down here. And the Apollo Mission one's really cool. Looks really cool. I don't know that one. That would be kind of a cool one to get. And yeah, that's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So yeah, these came kind of like, they're an action pack. Came with like some figures, some extra stuff, and then a couple of castings. This one is the Solar Racing Team, which you get a minivan and this cool little Solar Eagle 3, which I think is an actual, I believe this is a real thing, this Solar Eagle 3. I think that's a Salt Flat Solar Racer. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not like up on that. You got these dudes. I think they won maybe. That guy, the guy with the checkered flag. This guy has got some sort of notepad or something. So he's keeping track of stuff. And then the minivan that they're rolled up in. So this minivan is really what I wanted from the collection. And this will take some skill in opening. So I'm not going to do it right now. Basically, these just got to be cut out this thing is actually sealed in a bubble. And I guess it's not really sealed, but I don't know, whatever. It's tied down, so we're gonna go. I'll open up that off camera, and we really don't need to take any closer look at that, except for that was a minivan, Dodge Caravan that I didn't have in the collection, and now I have it, so that's cool. All right, so there's that. Couple Johnny Lightnings, 69 Chevy Impala SS. Break that open. Now these ones on the short cars, these Tommy era Johnnies, there are some cool ones, man. This is when they started cheapening out a little bit. They got plastic bases on some of them, but really some of them, that just doesn't matter because the detail is really nice. It's all there, and especially if you can get one with rubber tires. And for some reason, like these ones with a plastic base tend to actually like roll better and cleaner than other metal-based Johnnies sometimes have, and just really not a bad car. I mean, they've got some pretty cool color schemes and stuff in that lineup too, so pretty neat. Does this one have a stance issue though? No, I said, oh, I just clicked the base back in, so that's cool. If it's not spun quite proper, you can kind of just push the base back in, and yeah, I think that's in there good. So cool little convertible Impala. Opening hood, it opens, really no detail in there, just a detail in the molding, and I don't know, I like it. It's a nice little car, nice little Johnny for the collection. So there is that. And speaking of Johnny Lightning, we got these guys. This is a 68 Chevy GT500. As I stated previously, these are limited, one of 2,500 Johnny Lightning. This is the learning curve era. These are kind of neat because the packaging is like real resealable. It's kind of like a Protecto for Johnny Lightning, which is cool. So I'll save actually this kind of Protecto situation here in case I ever need to ship somebody a Johnny Lightning, and just in case it does fit in here, the cardigans. It might, I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but it might fit in there. This one you also get a acrylic case. Pretty easy to open and pretty nice too. It's got a little mirrored thing going on there. It's kind of scratched up, but there's that. And then these two things come out. So that's kind of neat. Johnny has done, in the past, Johnny's definitely done some pretty nice like resealable packages. Not really resealable, but you know, you can open them, then you can store them back in the package easy, and they did that by design. This, I guess you could consider kind of Johnny Lightning's Spectraflame paint. So these are pretty weird. And yeah, you got plastic tires with these clear plastic tires. Kind of a red transparent rim. Pretty wild. I don't know why. Why am I blanking on what these are called? Gosh, these are called something. They're not white lightnings, obviously. They are maybe light. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to even guess, but I swear these things had a name for these ones that came with clear tires and like this Spectraflame style paint. If you guys know, just let me know in the comments. That'd be awesome. This thing's actually pretty cool. Just kind of neat. I wanted an example of this in the collection, and that paint is just wild. Lightning strikes. I don't know. Whatever. So there's that. And I'm sure somebody will guide me right there. All right, so next we're going to take a look at the little Hot Wheels 100% Karmann Ghia casting. I don't know how many different variations of this thing are out there. I pulled this out of one of Hot Wheels' more complex packaging schemes, which I'm not even going to save the way that I don't even want to explain how I had to take this thing apart, but it's crazy that this much packaging went into it, and out of spite, I'm just going to toss it all. I'm not going to save it. I'm not going to do anything with it. It's going in the garbage. All right, so there is this guy. Pretty neat little car. Not sure I really like the wheels on it, or the rims. Rolls pretty good. It's got fixed axles. The wheels are fixed to the axles, so you roll one wheel, it rolls the other side. Very nice color purple paint. No real like issues with it at all. And just a nice little Volkswagen to add to the collection. So there is that. Definitely would look better on on different wheels, I think. Here is a Kyosho Karmann Ghia. So there's your 100%. Here's a Kyosho. Kyosho, of course, looks perfect, like pretty much a miniature real car, as they usually do. Plain plastic base, but everything else is metal. They got a couple other plastic pieces. They do have inserts for the headlamps, and do they have insert? Yeah, those are inserted tail lamps too, and those are really nice looking. This I got from Heavy Metal 164, which I pretty much owe most of my Kyosho collection to. Really neat. I really like it. And then Johnny Lightning did a Karmann Ghia as well. Here's a Johnny. Much larger, as you can see. The Kyosho, I guess you could probably say, is going to be the scale reference. This one is very close. I think it's a different, it might be a different year of the Karmann Ghia, but it should be still relatively same sized wise. It should be the same, right? So Hot Wheels 100%, I don't know if it really was 100% to scale, but pretty close to the Kyosho in size. This one, of course, is a little bit stylized. It's missing the front bumpers, missing the rear bumper. It's got that, looks like some sort of aftermarket exhaust or some sort of exhaust package thing, and just a little bit different. But Kyosho, scale-wise, Johnny Lightning, bigger. Johnny Lightnings are not to scale. They're roughly 1/64 scale. They don't claim to be to scale. Then I also brought out this Johnny Lightning just because it's more of like kind of a race theme version of it, just to show you what they can do with their castings, which is why one of the reasons that Johnny Lightning's a fun brand to collect. Put some racing decals on it. I mean, in comparison to this, looks like almost like a totally different car, different casting, but it is the same tooling, just different way of stylizing it. So that is pretty awesome. And then, of course, Hot Wheels has another Karmann Ghia casting, which is definitely stylized, which is this one here. Karmann Ghia. This one you last saw in a Car Culture line. This is not from that. This is from the Ultra Hots release. Which is the HW Diecast 209. Hooked me up with this one. I like this casting a lot. I think it's cool. Just a cool look for this car. Plus it's got this removable part on the back. I'm not going to remove it right now, but there's that. And then Matchbox also does a Ghia, which is this one here, the convertible one. Definitely a little different than the rest of them, but pretty cool little car. Just brought it out for whatever, an example. So I like the way Matchbox did this one too, so pretty cool. Like that little car. That's a neat one. So after we talk about that now, so let's talk about Mustangs, Peter. If you're a Mustang fan, this should be a pretty good segment of the video for you. This is from that Hot Wheels 100% oil can kind of deal. This packaging is, I don't know, kind of neat. It would be cool maybe if I could repurpose it for a custom or something. And maybe I'll do that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I might save that packaging. It's got kind of like this cool little mirrored base to it with 2 screws where the car was attached. So whatever, it's kind of neat. Of course, it was a pain to take apart, so I almost want to just throw it away, but whatever. So here's your 100% casting for that. I think this is probably pretty close to 1/64 scale. Hood closes nicely. You got like kind of this grill piece is like an inserted piece, so it includes the headlights. The back is just the bumper. The taillights are painted. But that's pretty cool. It's a 70 Boss 302, which here's the other Boss 302 casting from Hot Wheels. I think this one's actually a 69, yeah, so 69, not a 70, but very, very close. So here's the Super Treasure Hunt. Same length about. I like how this one sits lower. It's not stock, really. It's kind of set up for racing. So, but it is really awesome. I really like this casting. I think this casting is fantastic from Hot Wheels. Would like to see some more of it. But this one is really, really nice too. Let's see, to compare it to different brands, you can't really do Auto World. I pulled out this one just because it's the closest thing to it, but this is a 67 Mustang, so you really can't compare the two. scale-wise even, because I think the 67 was definitely smaller in size than the 70 or 69 Mustang. I think as Mustangs went on, they kind of got larger and larger before they got smaller again. But this is just a beautiful car from Auto World, and so very, very nice. I just pulled that out just to pull that out. And then let's see here, Johnny Lightning does a 70 Mustang. This is a 70 Mustang Mach 1, which I'm not too well versed on trim packages for Mustangs, but these should be relatively the same size, even though this is the 302, Boss 302, this is the Mach 1. So they're very, very similar, obviously. So the Johnny one's okay. Scale-wise, this one's bigger and is probably more accurate. Johnny's generally do run small, but it's a nice one, not bad. So there's that. It's got the, I don't know, the fender on here is a little weird. It looks like it's cut out a little weird. And then here's the White Lightning of it. This was the first White Lightning I ever found in the wild. So same casting as this one, same release, in fact. And it came on the same card, I think, too. This came on the green, well, whatever. It came on same series. So here is that. Those two to show you. And then Hot Wheels does do another Mach 1 casting, which is this one here. This is a 70, I think. I think it just says it's a Mustang Mach 1. But I think this is a 1970 Mach 1, so in comparison to the Boss 302, it's much shorter. Yes, this is a wheel air. This was in the mystery models, and obviously I didn't know it was an air until you pull out of the package because it's a mystery model. So it's got the wrong axle and wheels on the back. Just the one I had handy, so I grabbed it. So there's that, and then let's see here, M2. Here's an M2. This is a, what was this car labeled as? It's a Mach 1, I think. 1970. Where did I put the packaging for this? Okay, here it is. It's a 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1 351. Very nice looking. Of course, M2 tends to run a little larger than 1/64 scale, so I'm saying that this is probably accurate, this Hot Wheels 100% to 1/64. So this M2 I just pulled out of the package. Mean looking car, right, man? It looks pretty good, except for looks like it's been in an accident. The hood is messed up. Is like on there at an angle. Now M2s you can take apart sometimes and fix, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if it's the hood's problem or if it's the way this grill piece was put in. Let me see if I can give you a closer up view of that. Okay, so take a look at that. That grill is not in all the way. Very detailed car. I mean, it's got some things you want to have. Lens detail. It's got nice detail all around. It looks good. The wheels look good on it. But, man, that front end is whack. And that's just what I don't like about M2. And you just never know until you actually pull it out sometimes, because this was on the opposing side. The car is in the package this way. This also has opening doors, which M2 does, and I really don't care about in 1/64 scale. And the doors shut really nice, which is a bonus, because you don't always get nice shutting doors, but this hood is just, there's paint issues with it, and it doesn't shut, and the grill of this thing is popped out. I might try to fix this thing just because I like the way the car looks, but that's for another video. It rolls all right. Pretty heavy. So that's cool. And then lastly, this car is awesome. This is a Ertl Vintage American Muscle. This is a 1969 Mach 1. I don't know if these Ertl Vintage American Muscles are claimed to be true 1/64 scale. It might be accurate if the 70 actually is larger than the 69. And we're calling the Hot Wheels the standard, even though I don't know if it is the standard. Maybe this is truly 1/64 scale. I'm not sure. But this is a beautiful car, beautiful tooling. Look at all the detail on the bottom there, all those separate pieces. Just awesome. Separate piece in the back there, separate piece in the bumper. We got painted detail in the rear. Looks okay. Painted detail on the front. The hood opens on this thing very nicely. This does have plastic base, but that is not a problem because of this thing is put together and it's so awesome. But I love the Ertl Vintage American Muscle. The wheels on this car look really good too, which sometimes for these cars that's a weak point, but these ones I think look great with the lettered tires, and just this is a really nice roller too. Just a very, very cool looking Mustang. Probably my favorite Mustang in my collection is this little Ertl one. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. So we managed to drag it on long enough. I do like this a lot, though, too. I think they did a great job, these Hot Wheels 100%. Some of those 100% castings are very, very nice. I probably will pick up some more that I like as I come across them if they're cheap. So yeah, there is that. All right, you guys, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll tune into the next one. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you very much as well. And hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, all that good stuff. You guys let me know what you think about these videos. Always, your opinion somewhat matters. You know, if you want to see something, if there's something you want to look at, if there's something, you know, whatever. If you got anything to say, go ahead and say it. All right, so I'll leave you with that, and have a great week.